My name is Kate. I am 27 years old. I work in a large office building in the city. I have worked in this company for almost 3 years. I work in the same team as a man named John. He is tall and smart. He is kind to everyone. He smiles all the time and he makes me smile too. We started working here at the same time, so we have known each other for 2 years. We are good friends at work. We talk about our jobs, our families, and our weekend plans. But I have a secret. I like John more than a friend. This feeling came very fast when we first met. I think about him when I am at home. I want to tell him how I feel, but I am scared. I do not want to lose our friendship because it is important to me. Every morning we drink coffee together in the office kitchen. We talk about simple things like the news or our new tasks. I smile a lot when he is near. I laugh at his jokes, even when they are not very funny. I listen carefully when he talks. I try to act calm. I pretend he is only a coworker, not the man I think about every night. It is hard to hide my feelings. My heart sometimes beats fast when he stands close. I look at him when he works and I think, I wish he knew my secret. I wish he liked me too. Every day when work ends, we walk together to the bus stop. It is a short walk, but it is my favorite part of the day. I want to hold his hand, but I do not do it. I talk about the weather or the street noise. I keep my feelings inside me. I stay quiet because I do not want to lose him. I worry that I will never tell him the truth. I worry that he will never see me as more than a friend. This is my life now. I work next to the man I love, and I act like everything is normal. I hope that one day he will understand my feelings, even if I say nothing. One evening, work finished, and we walked to the lift. We stepped inside together. We were the only 2 people. The space felt small and quiet. I felt nervous because he stood close to me. I looked at the floor numbers to stay calm. Then the lights went off and the lift stopped at once. There was a loud sound, and then it became dark and silent. I felt scared because I do not like small spaces. I held John's arm quickly. I needed to feel safe. John spoke in a soft, calm voice and said, "Do not worry, Kate. I am here. It is only a small power problem." His voice helped me feel better. We knew we had to wait for help. We sat on the cold floor to rest. We started to talk. We talked about our families and our childhoods. We talked about the places where we grew up. We talked about our dreams. We talked for a long time, maybe 2 hours. The time passed fast. I laughed a lot. I learned new things about him. I felt close to him in a new way. The dark lift made it easy to talk. Then John stopped talking. He looked at me in the dark. I felt his eyes on my face. He moved a little closer. My heart beat fast. I waited for him to speak, but he said nothing. Then he kissed me. I was surprised and did not move at first. I wanted the kiss, but I did not expect it. My mind was full of questions, but my heart felt warm. At that moment, the lift doors opened. Bright white light came inside. People were standing outside and looking at us. We stood up fast. My face felt hot and my hands shook. We walked out quickly. We did not talk about the kiss. We acted like nothing happened, but inside I knew everything felt different. The next days at work felt strange. We looked at each other many times and smiled. We did not speak about the kiss, but I remembered it again and again. When I saw him, I felt warm and shy. I wanted to know if he felt the same. One afternoon, I was near the stairs. It was a quiet place. John came there and stopped near me. He looked at me with the same deep eyes from the lift. I felt nervous and excited. He touched my hand very softly. His touch was gentle and warm. "Kate," he said in a low voice, "I want to kiss you again." I could not speak. He moved closer and kissed me. It was a soft kiss at first. Then another kiss came, longer than the first. It felt special and strong. We had to be careful because we were at work. We did not want anyone to see us, so we kept it a secret. This kiss started a new part of our days. We looked for small, quiet places in the office. We kissed behind a door when no one was near. We kissed near the supply room when the hallway was empty. Sometimes it was only 30 seconds. Sometimes it was 1 minute. But every moment felt important. We still acted normal in front of other people. We talked about work like before. But inside, we shared a big secret. I liked him more every day. His soft voice, his warm smile, and his gentle touch made me feel happy. I did not want our secret to end. I wanted more time with him. I wanted more quiet places and more short kisses. Our story started in the dark lift, and now it stayed in my mind all the time. Before I continue rest of the story, please like, subscribe, share, and tell me where you are listening from. Your support means a lot to me. Now let's continue. The days after our secret kisses felt exciting but also difficult. I tried to act normal at work, but it was hard. When I saw John across the office, I remembered the kiss in the lift and the kiss near the stairs. I tried to focus on my work, but my mind went back to him again and again. I wanted to hold his hand in the office, but I knew I could not. We had to hide everything. We looked for small places where no one walked. Sometimes we met behind the meeting room door. Sometimes we waited for a quiet moment near the supply room. Sometimes we stayed late when the office was almost empty. We kissed quickly because we did not want anyone to see us. These short moments felt warm and strong, even if they were only a few seconds. I felt happy every time he touched my hand. I felt happy when he smiled at me in a quiet hallway. Every secret moment felt important, but the hiding also made me feel nervous. We had to watch the hallways and listen for people. If someone walked near us, we moved away fast. At work, we talked like normal coworkers. We talked about files, reports, and new tasks. We used calm voices and simple words. We did not smile too much, because that would look strange to other people. I felt tired from pretending everything was normal when nothing was normal inside my heart. One day, John asked me to come to his home for dinner. I did not expect this. My hands felt warm and my face felt red when he asked. I said yes right away. I thought about the dinner all day. I wanted everything to feel nice and simple. I bought a new dress. I wanted him to see me as more than a coworker. When work ended, I went to his apartment. He opened the door and smiled. His smile looked soft and warm. His home was small and clean. A few candles were on the table. The air smelled good because he cooked dinner. We sat at the table and talked. We laughed more than we did in the office. I felt calm in his home. It was different from the secret places in the office. We did not have to hide here. We could sit close and talk without fear. After dinner, we sat on the couch. The room was quiet and the lights were low. John looked at me for a long moment. Then he moved close and kissed me again. The kiss was slow and warm. We kissed many times. We did not have to rush. It felt like a real date, not a secret moment. We talked late into the night. I stayed at his home because I felt safe with him. When I woke up in the morning, I felt happy, but I also felt worry in my mind. At work, no one knew about us. We were hiding a big part of our lives. We were lying to our coworkers. We were lying to our boss. I felt unsure about this. I did not want to lose my job. I needed my job. But I also did not want to lose John. I liked him too much to walk away. A week passed. One morning, I came to the office and opened my email. I saw a message from the Human Resources office. The email asked John and me to come to a meeting at 10. My hands felt cold. I felt scared because I knew this was not normal. I thought about our secret kisses. I thought about the night at his home. I worried that someone saw us. John walked to my desk a few minutes later. His face looked serious. He did not smile. He said nothing, but I could see he was worried too. We walked to the HR office. The hallway felt long and silent. I felt tense. I looked at John and he gave my hand a quick squeeze. Then we let go because someone was walking behind us. We reached the HR office. The manager, Mrs. Green, sat behind her desk. She did not smile. Her face looked strict. John and I sat down. Mrs. Bull, Green closed the door. Then she looked at us for a long moment. My heart beat fast because I knew what was coming. "We know about your relationship," she said. Her voice was calm but strong. Her words felt heavy. I felt cold all over. Mrs. Green continued speaking. "Someone told the company, we cannot allow co-workers to date. It is a rule. Only married couples can work together here." I could not say a word. I felt afraid. I did not want to lose my job. I needed my job to pay my rent and my bills. I also did not want to lose John. I looked at him. He looked sad and angry at the same time. Mrs. Green said we had to make a choice. We had to end our relationship at once, or both leave our jobs. We stood up and walked out of the office. My hand shook as I left the room. Outside the office door, John and I held hands for a short moment. We walked away in silence. That day, we had to follow the rule. We had to act like our relationship was over. We did not talk. We did not smile. We did not touch. We kept our distance. Our secret story had to stop. The next days were very hard. We went back to being normal coworkers. We walked past each other without a smile. We sat in meetings and said nothing to each other. He did not stop at my desk anymore. I missed our small talks over coffee. I missed the quiet jokes and soft smiles. The office felt cold and empty now. When I went home after work, I sat alone in my apartment. I waited for a message from him, but my phone stayed silent. I wanted to call him, but I knew I could not. We agreed to stop everything to keep our jobs. I felt lonely and unsure. I wondered if our secret moments were important to him, or if they only felt important to me. Every day felt long and quiet. I cried at night because I felt hurt. I felt forgotten. I felt like our story was falling apart. I did not know what he was thinking. I did not know if he still wanted me or if he had already accepted the new rule. The silence grew day by day. I was scared of losing him. I was scared of losing my job. I did not know what to do. I only knew my days no longer felt bright. I missed him every hour. I missed the lift, the quiet kisses, and the late dinner at his home. I wanted to talk to him again, but I had no idea what tomorrow would bring. The next evening, I sat in my apartment and tried to read a book, but I could not focus. The quiet felt heavy. I looked at my phone again and again, but there was no message from John. I felt tired and sad. I wanted things to be simple again, but nothing felt simple now. I closed my eyes and tried to rest, but then I heard a fast, loud knock on my door. I stood up quickly. I did not expect anyone. I walked to the door and looked through the small hole. My breath stopped for a moment because I saw John standing there. He looked serious, but also warm. I opened the door. He stepped inside without waiting, and he looked only at me. "Kate," he said in a soft but strong voice, "I cannot live like this. I cannot stay away from you." His words came fast, as if he held them inside for many days. He took a step closer. His eyes looked full of care. "I want to be with you every day," he said. "Not in small places. Not in secret. Not like this." I felt tears in my eyes. I wanted to say his name, but the words did not come. I felt scared because the company rule was still there. I whispered, "We will lose our jobs. We cannot break the rule. We agreed to stop." John shook his head. He looked sure of his plan. "I do not care about the rule," he said. "I care about you." He held both of my hands. His hands were warm. He looked into my eyes without looking away. "We need a way to stay together without breaking anything," he said. He stood quiet for a short moment, and I saw he was thinking. Then he slowly went down on one knee. I gasped because I did not expect this. He reached into his jacket and took out a small, dark box. He opened it. A simple, pretty ring shone inside the box. "Kate," he said, "will you marry me?" His voice shook a little, but it was full of love. "If we are married, the company cannot stop us. Married couples can work together. We do not have to hide. We do not have to give up our jobs. I want a real life with you." My tears fell fast. I felt warm and safe. I felt sure of my answer. I said, "Yes, John. Yes, I will marry you." I went down to hug him. He held me tight and did not let go. I felt happy for the first time in many days. The silence between us was gone. We were not hiding anymore. We had a plan. The next morning, we walked into the office together. We held hands when no one was looking, but we let go before we reached the HR office. We knocked and walked inside. Mrs. Green looked at us with surprise. She did not expect to see us together again. John spoke first. His voice was clear. "We are engaged," he said. "We plan to get married." He looked calm and sure. Mrs. Green opened the rule book on her desk. She read it for a moment. Then she looked up at us. Her face slowly softened. "The rule says only married couples can work together," she said. "You are not married yet, but you have a clear plan to be married. Congratulations." She smiled for the first time. "You may keep your jobs." I felt a wave of relief. I thanked her many times. John thanked her too. We walked out of the HR office and then out of the building. When we reached the street, we smiled at each other. We stood close because we did not have to hide anymore. Our secret was finished. Our story was now real. As we walked, I thought about the past weeks. I thought about the lift that stopped in the dark. I thought about the first kiss. I thought about the quiet corners in the office. I thought about the dinner at his home. I thought about the long days of silence and fear. All those moments brought us here. John held my hand again. I looked at him. He was the same man I liked on the first day of work. He was kind, calm, warm, and sure. But now he was also my future. I felt ready for the next part of our life. I felt ready to make our story open and true. Our love began in a strange place. It began in a dark lift. It grew in quiet hallways and small hidden places. It was a secret for many days, but now it was a promise. Now it was safe. Now it belonged to us. I knew this love was real. I chose it. I chose him. And I knew I would choose this love again and again, no matter where it started. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video and subscribe to English Medium Stories. Stay with us for more classic stories in easy English.